So, guys, wherever you watch me tonight, I want to say thank you for joining me tonight. But tonight program is a very special program. If you are a Lowobe follower or you like Lowobe or anyhow you appreciate Lowobe, tonight program is very important to me, and I hope that you that listen to me tonight, my side is tonight, maybe morning your side is very important. Hey, Manny, it's very important for you wherever you listen to me today. Um, I just want to say that tomorrow is like May 20, October 1st. So normally October 1st, Nigeria, they celebrate their independence, right? Every October 1st. But this particular October 1st, I just want everybody to say no to Nigerian independence. Please, wherever you are in the world, this October 1st, don't come and tag me or I'll see you saying Happy Independence Day to Nigeria. Nigeria does not deserve that independence. For the sake of one of our brother called Nnamdi Kanu being held for almost 4 years or 5 years, almost 4 years now by the Nigerian government without justice. And my own area, I am Igbo by tribe, you guys know. And my own area continue to, face this marginalization in Nigeria. Well, let them go, they refuse. Call the plebiscite or referendum so that they can have, you know, have vote, to know if they want to belong to Nigeria or not. They still continue to do. Systematically, our people are getting marginalized. So telling me today, happy Independence Day, that is totally unacceptable. So Nigerians and everybody around the world that you follow me, whether in TikTok, in Twitter, in Facebook, YouTube, please don't tag me or I even see you saying, happy independence to Nigeria. Then I know that you are enemy. You are not a friend. So please, if you especially have Igbo blood, you're from South or Southeast, there's nothing like independence, when our brothers are suffering. A lot of youths that say that we don't want to be in Nigeria or instead of the government to find a way to make this happen, they decide to hold these youths hostage. So why will anybody be celebrating independence? Nigeria is just a corrupt country. Now, I just want to make it clear this way that there's no way you celebrate a nation that elect a criminal. There's no way you celebrate a nation that elects, drug barons. The current president, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we all know is a drug baron. He still have a case in America. This case is still, active in America. Recently, the United Nations, he could have been in United Nations to address the world. Why didn't he go? He didn't go there because of his case, So if Nigeria, because they can always lob their way to bribe their way in order to be in the government, to elect a corrupt individual. Hey, how are you now? Thank you for joining me on YouTube too, guys. So if they can elect a corrupt individual to be a president, why will we outside celebrate such a man? This man does not deserve it, and Nigeria entirely does not deserve it. Look at the structure of Nigeria. Look at the structure of youth, a vibrant nation without anything to show about. Now, if you are to celebrate Nigeria independence, do you know that 60 years you'll be celebrating, 65 years, 65 years without nothing. Come across the world, go out, look at your country today. You see a lot of Nigerian doctors in Australia, a lot of Nigerian doctors in America, a lot of Nigerian doctors in the UK, everywhere around the world, even in Dubai, in Arabian world, you see a lot of their doctors. But go to Nigeria, these people cannot give anything to the country because they continue to elect people that are not meant to be there. So at the end of the day, they use the money they got to bribe the vulnerable people and tell them to celebrate independence. They are celebrating. So you that are outside the country, you that have opportunity to speak up, when you see anybody that tag you and say happy Nigeria independent, tell the person to shove it in his head. It doesn't worth it. So my own take today, that's why I come out today to say, if you're my friend, say no to Nigeria independent. There's nothing like Nigeria independent on my side. Don't celebrate those things at all, at all. Because what are you celebrating? You are celebrating where Christians are getting killed in the northern side. Do you know how many Christians are getting born in the northern side? Nobody is taking concrete action on this. It doesn't matter whoever it is. Life deserves to live. People deserve to be protected. But what we are seeing today is not making sense. There's a place they call Kwara. Kwara people literally, where the president come out from, the people literally crying yesterday that their life is at stake. Nobody is coming to their rescue. So why will anybody come in to celebrate Nigeria Independent Day? It's like you are mocking those people going through hell. It's like you're mocking people going through difficult time in the country. And I know you don't believe, you don't mean to do that. So to you, if you have a friend in Nigeria or you are a friend to Nigeria or you are a Nigerian, for you to say happy independence is like you're mocking thousands of people going, being dispatched from their home, thousands of people being killed in Zamfara, thousands of people being killed in the north, thousands of people being killed in Kwara State. There's no need, there's nothing good to celebrate about Nigeria. It's as if like you are giving the scammers, you are giving the criminals chance to continue to exploit the world. The current president of Nigeria is a drug baron. In Australia, where I am today, that man cannot come across children. Actually, he will actually have a time to pass where they have children. But what happened? He is the Nigerian president. Now, most of his cabinet are criminal gangs. So those criminal gangs, they do things to protect themselves. So you coming out today to celebrate Nigerian independence tomorrow, which is October 1st. It's like you are giving a criminal tick that you should continue to steal from people. You continue to oppress the vulnerable ones. This should not be so. So everybody, if you ever have a friend in Nigeria or you see Nigerian person tag you Nigeria, happy Nigeria independent, tell the person to stop. Warn the person, I am not part of this your mess. Please count me out of it. Remember this, that even though if you don't accept it, don't give it any credit at all. Don't try anyhow to make it, to give it to your area. If you don't, maybe baby girl. So if you don't, please don't don't in anyhow support it. So this is my own take, my people. I've come across. I don't. Baby, how are you? I'm just talking about independent, please. Yeah. How are you? How is your family and everything? Good.
Brother, we do. How you doing?
Very good, thanks. Yeah. Okay.
So what you are practicing for your back?
Yeah.
I money come back, sir.
No. I was just talking about independence. Maybe I'll probably bring you down. I'll talk to you maybe next time. All right.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks. So yeah. So this thing. So today is such a serious thing. I was just talking about. A lot of families are going through pain because of this government. I've kind of like given the Bola Ahmed Tinubu much time to fix this mess in the country, but that mess have not been fixed. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we are living in such a country. It's unfortunate that people are not speaking about this man. This is not good. It's not good at all at all. I think that it's time for us all to begin to talk about this. The country you call Nigeria today is a country that is ruled by criminal. It's ruled by criminal gangs, and that country cannot stand. You find out that people continue to say, okay, how can scammers continue to have their way in the country? It's because of the elite people like this. The government of the country does not care. Oh, guys, how will I make this? I wanted to bring it back to where it is before. Oh, my goodness. How did I? Let's see, tap setting. I'll go to setting. Oh, no, not that. Okay, I have to tap here. Sorry, guys, I want to expand it as it is before. Oh, no. No. I want to make it bigger. Sorry, everybody. So if you're watching me there, you know what I can do to tap it much bigger. Can I go setting? Cool. I make it this way. How? Okay. I make it that way. Let me see. Oh, guys, I'm actually trying to work this out and see. That's it. Okay, cool. How to go, guys. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, I'm coming back to it. I need to flick the cam. Okay, cool. Yeah. So we'll continue to be this way. I think. Sorry, guys, if you guys are watching on YouTube and Facebook and on YouTube. Okay. Sorry, guys, just trying to fix my Instagram, my TikTok. If you are there too, force me. So, guys, this thing, I believe that this way. If you don't support the wrong thing, don't ever, in any way, directly or indirectly, encourage it. Some people may be in Nigeria today. They cannot speak out because The government, when you say something, if I'm in Nigeria and I'm doing this in Nigeria, the government will come and track me down. Next thing, they will just come and arrest me. But when we're outside, we can always say the truth. Those ones at home, they hope on you, they believe in you to speak the truth. The independence, happy independent Nigeria is non-existent. So for you to come out today and say, if you come out tomorrow and tag me, I see you as my friend, saying happy independent Nigeria, I know that you are not my friend. You are part of the oppressor. So there's nothing like independent. If somebody tag you happy independent, please tell the person off. Because why are you celebrating? We sometimes in Africa, I have this problem with our people. Some people do things because it's not directly affected to them. Because it's not affected to their brother, their sister, their mom, and their own family. So they just do whatever they do because it does not come to them. But when it comes to them, they start crying. That's when they know the pain. But humanity is all about, trying to protect him before it comes to you. When it happens to others, you try to speak out so that it doesn't come to you. So you speak out to stop it from, spreading out, from touching other people. If you think that something is happening because you have not done to you, you keep quiet, you keep silent. Tomorrow, when it comes to you, people will keep silent. But if you speak out when things are going wrong, tomorrow, when it comes to you, people will say, yes, you are speaking out. This thing must stop. Why must it talk to you? What must it come to you? A lot of Africans, the problem of Nigeria, when this Biafran war was going, when the Fulani people were going on, we keep saying, hey, Nigerians, let's stop this, or let's divide this country, everyone protect their territory. People keep quiet. Today, there's a place, all this Yoruba land called Kwara State, everywhere they are running away from Fulani herdsmen. They are running away. You know that even our own area, which are the Igbo area, they say, okay, let's get our independence. Those Christians in the north should come to our area to live. We actually opened door for Christians to live so that the Muslims, they can do whatever they want to do that area. What happened? They still say no. So we see this thing, it's not a good thing. So I'm saying this, that if you, now today, it's very hard. A lot of people protect this. If you find me, if you watch my blog, it's hard for me to give credit to Nigeria because what? It doesn't worth it. I can't live to see where you are electing criminals. In Australia here, there's something, if you try to work in a healthcare sector in Australia, they ask you to go and get police clearance. They ask you to go and get work with children check. Once they find that you are drug baron, you're not going to get a job in Australia. You're not going to get a good job. You're not going to do, in fact, even some construction company working close to where they have schools, you will not work there. In Australia, if you have criminal record, they will not give you a good job. They will say no. But this guy is not only criminal record, he's a kingpin in America. Then they all know, don't say they didn't elect this man before anything. They elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, Wike is still there, lowing people's money to tell you the kind of stage the country called Nigeria is in. How can you expect people with this kind of caliber mentality to fight crime in the country? That's what you see today in Nigeria. The crime continues to increase. Scammers get their way. In Nigeria today, the only people that you see is fine, maybe the Yahoo boys. Yahoo boys are the ones that scam people. Some of them get fired. Why? Because they don't have somebody connected to the authority. Or maybe the money they have, eat all the money, they did not give it to police. That's why they will fight them. Apart from that, you get away with every crime you commit. And that's not a country. A country should be a country that abide by the law. If somebody commit crime, they hold the person accountable. Whatever term in prison that you can serve, if you got a good lawyer, may serve fewer, but let there be a punishment for you for committing a crime. We shouldn't be electing people like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The country continues to go down. Okay, there's a people that call Biafra. You can see this flag, guys. This is a Biafra. We say, okay, we want to leave. We don't want to stay in this country. They say no. Other tribes say no. Outside Europe, but they say no. But when you come online, I'm begging you now, if you go online now, you meet people that are not Igbo, we hear them begging the Igbos. Then I ask them, why are you disturbing your mentality? Why can't you say, okay, Igbos should go? If you guys like criminality, if you guys like the kind of the state of this country, why don't you guys band it together? That's Igbo that you guys are saying, no. You should let them go. Because Igbos are saying, no, we don't want to stay in this kind of country that is full of corruption, that is full of bandits. If Igbos commit crime, we want to treat it. We want those Igbo to be held accountable. If your people commit crime, we want them to be held accountable. Let's take tribalistic mindset here. Any country, you see, I was reading about China last time. I found out in China, one of the big men in China, I forgot the company this guy owned. The guy was actually sentenced to death for bribery. I look at myself, I say, oh my goodness, can this happen in Nigeria? You go to Nigeria, somebody who is a minister owning about 3 houses in what they call it, America, and none of the house worth less than $1 million. How much is this man earning as a minister? This is somebody who does not have any inheritance, any big money inheritance, because he became a minister. The money that is meant to build the community, build roads, they steal those money. They put in their own bank. They took it to a foreign land in order to, buy land and buy whatever it is, property, and leave the vulnerable one in the country die. Do you know there's something they call kidney? When you go to Nigeria today, a lot of people are suffering from kidney. When they have those kidney, I know the dialysis costs a lot. These people cannot afford to go to hospital because they cannot afford those medical money. The government continue to exploit these people. You go, they never one day find a solution. Ask people why you guys are having kidney failure a lot. Is because of this or that. They don't spend money on that. They only spend money on themselves. When they are not well, they will travel to Europe. They will travel to UK. Is so corrupt. I thank God for Australia doesn't let those things in. UK is so corrupt, and France, Europe, so corrupt. They let these men in to come and take their medical, whatever treatment in their country, knowing too well that these people stole money from vulnerable people to go to that area to do those things. So why would anybody stand up today to say happy independent? You cannot say that. So tomorrow, October, is just as usual. I know many of you guys have a Nigerian friend. Many of you guys maybe stay in Nigerians and TikTok or something like that. If you hear them say happy independent, just tell them, well, why will you celebrate independent when you elected a criminal? Why will you celebrate independent when your government is not taking care of the people? The money that are meant for the vulnerable, they are using it to bank outside. Why will you celebrate independent when there is no security in the country? Why will you celebrate independent when people, pregnant women, cannot get the basic medical checkup? Why will you celebrate independent when there's no light in Nigeria? Why will you celebrate independent when children did not have a place to go to school unless you have money to put your child in private school? And private school is not cheap. So the idea is that the big get bigger. The poorer get poorer. The current Prime Minister of Australia comes from a very poor family. But today is the Prime Minister of the country. Why can't a child that does not come from a wealthy home dream of being a great leader tomorrow? Why should it be for the vulnerable people? And why should it be for the wealthy people to rule the country alone? Why is it that when you don't have anybody in the government, the law comes against you? That is why I come out today and say, if you're my friend, avoid saying happy independent to Nigeria. There's nothing independent there. I'd rather say happy corruption day, happy corruption celebration, because that's what they are celebrating. And if you're in Nigeria celebrating independence, you are actually telling people that you are happy to be laid down. You are happy to continue to be slave. You are happy to continue to be stepping upon, and you are happy watching vulnerable people getting killed in the north, in everywhere. Getting Fulani, destroying farmers. You are happy. Even those protesting for Biafra getting killed, you are happy. Forgetting that tomorrow may be your turn. Today, do you know one thing? Today, every Nigerian wants to run out of the country. Once you see visa, everyone wants to run out of the country. Why did they want to run out of this country? It's because of this bad leadership. You see some brilliant Nigerians, they will be abroad making money. Brilliant Nigerians going abroad, they can stay at home and do a lot of things. But because of bad leader or kidnapping, you as a lady, if you're a foreigner, you go to Nigeria today, you may ask your partner to take you someplace. You say, no, I'm not going to take you because insecurity. Forget what you saw on internet. Forget what you saw on TikTok. When you get into Nigeria, it's a different ball game entirely. You will cry and see that people are dying. People are suffering. Then you wonder why. why it is that somebody will come out and celebrate happy independence. There's nothing independent about Nigerian. Nigerian need to turn around. There's a guy that called Peter Obi. If I thought that Peter Obi was able to be the president of that country, he will try to clear those mess if he can. But the country have gone far. The country cannot function with this mentality. It is very hard to function with this mentality. The country. Okay, do you know, I was reading about Nigerian this thing yesterday, about 3 days ago, where they say the Sharia law sentenced somebody to death. Now they have two countries. Nigeria is a secular nation. Nigeria is not a Christian nation. It's not a Muslim nation, just like Australia. Australia is a secular nation, not Christian, not Muslim, not Hindu, not whatever it is. But we had the Sharia law is sentencing somebody to death. Why they have the government law? So we can have my Igbo law. That is country. So what is independent about that? Why do you call people to come and celebrate? What are they celebrating? It is very hard to take that. You see a lot of people coming online, putting all these faces. But some of them, when they go out, they are scared. If, like me now, I'm traveling to Nigeria, I'm scared of going around because of insecurity in the country. There's nothing good to celebrate about that nation. There's nothing good. Everything is wrong. The economy is crumbling. Nigerian government is owing. Actually, I checked last time. Every citizen of Nigeria have about 200 million citizens, right? Every citizen owes about $1 million. Whether you have touched it or not, you own about $1 million because of the debt your government have put you into. This is a country that have oil. This is a country that have, reasonable men. This is a country that have vibrant youths. Can you imagine that if Nigerian youth should put some of their intelligence to work and the country is functioning? There's no country that will beat Nigeria. Nigeria will be the best in the world. But look at all that is going on there. So no happy Independent Day celebration. I would be happy that my friends around the world will say no to any independence celebration. If you have a friend that ever tag you, just tell him, write him, so you are happy for the Christians that get massacred. Even Nigerian journalist doesn't do a job. I was so shocked. Somebody here sent me a video. He sent me a video of a Christian. He's a foreigner, a Westerner, that went all the way to the most deadly area in Nigeria to do the documentary of killing of Christians. Our Nigerian journalists, they are in table, they are, drinking coffee and enjoying because it's not their family, it's not their sister, it's not their relative. So they are enjoying, they don't care. They don't care seeing children getting massacred by Islamic terrorists. They don't care seeing Boko Haram dispersing family. They don't care all those things. So why will you celebrate independence? I don't celebrate where people are grieving. It's not human. And it's up to you. You too have a decision to make. You have power to talk. When somebody we see somebody, if your friend and say you're happy independent, you tell him, you are the most unreasonable person that I see on planet. When people are dying, when you know that people are getting massacred. Look at what is happening in Palestine. If you follow one of my I'll actually use the account and show you the account. Follow one of my you will see I went to Palestine protest in Melbourne last time. It was so interesting though. I have a mixed reaction because I know my people are passing the same thing. Just you can follow this account that I put in a love sports. So I know that my people are passing the same thing. It's unfortunate. I know my people are passing the same thing. So I cried. I say, there's no way people deserve to die. I say, my own thing is that these people can dialogue properly. And so everybody will get their own peace. So Nigeria independence is a shame. 65 years of mess. We have had so many presidents that came out with all story. They cannot fix. They cannot put electricity. In Nigeria, there's no steady electricity. We have so many past presidents, even before I was born. They cannot fix electricity. They cannot put good hospital. Even sometimes, I see a lot of so many professional doctors, Nigerian doctors around the world. So many of them, very specialized ones. Then you begin to wonder, why can't these people fix the country? Those doctors, they run away because they cannot stand this thing. They run away because they have known that they have talent. They run away. They give it to America. They give it to Australia. They give it to Canada, UK, everything. Go to those hospitals. You see Nigerian doctors everywhere. Go to Australia. You see Nigerian doctors, Nigerian psychologists, and everything. See them. Then you wonder, these people, what's happening with Nigeria? Go to Saudi Arabia. You see our doctors everywhere in Saudi Arabia. Omar, you see a lot of them. Go to America. Then you wonder, what is going on with this country? Why are people still poor? Oil. Nigeria got academic, you need it. Oil, we got it. Everything we got it. But see, these people are still suffering. You wonder what is going on because corruption have dig deep. They allow the evil ones to continue to take roots. The current president, you know that current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, cannot even come into Australia. Because if you come into Australia, Australia is breaking their law. And it needs to be protested against. Bola Ahmed Tinubu have active case with FBI. A drug lord. What is he coming to encourage in Australia? So, my guys, today, I know that we all like celebration. I like freedom for everybody, not just for myself. Because if you always think that, okay, because I have freedom, everything is okay, and looking at the other one suffering, you are evil, you know? If you have opportunity to speak up to people, whatever little art you can do to liberate people, please do that. Whatever things. You know, some of us will be where they are punishing people, where they are gossiping about people. We continue to nod our heads. We don't say anything laughing. But you are indirectly consenting and supporting that evil. But when you say, no, I'm out of here, I'm not going to listen to this, I'm not part of this, then you are protesting. Or if you have the courage, you can speak up and say, listen, guys, this is not on. I'm not going to support people doing this kind of a thing to people. We have people they call Biafra. Biafras have been calling that we want independence since 1967 up to 1970. They killed them. They killed about 3 to 5 million Biafrans. That genocide is not all yet today recorded. It's not recorded anywhere. UN refused to do that because it's an Africa, and UK is totally involved. UK is involved because UK is trying to protect their interests. They try to protect the oil. They watch children die of Ashoko. That documentary, you can watch it. They have English documentary. Google, put YouTube. You can see those things there on YouTube. The children die of Ashoko. That's why Buckingham Palace, they never see what happened. Because of the blood of those children, Queen Elizabeth was, ahead, supervising this. She never come and say, hey, guys, this you guys doing is not good. And she want her children in that palace to be okay. It will not be okay with the children because of the cause of their parents, unless the children came out and speak. See Harry is speaking out on his own. Unless they came out and say what our parents do to the children of Biafra. It's unacceptable. What UK do by sponsoring, directly engaging in killing Biafrans. Nigerians today, because of those blood, they continue to do, but progress. Nigeria will never progress with this kind of mentality. Where criminals are, check out those people holding office. Even the ones that are holding the Southeast, they are all criminals. Who puts him as a criminal? Then tomorrow you come out and say, why is the image of Nigeria not going well? Do you know that if you are using Nigerian passport today to apply for a visa, it's an exhibit. It will cost you 10 times on what normal other Africans will apply on visa. With Nigerian passport, if you have a partner in Nigeria, if anytime you want to apply visa with Nigerian passport, it will cost you 10 times what normal other citizens will cost, because it's not the doing of your partner, it's the doing of the government. It's not nothing to do with their partner, because diplomatic is all about diplomatic. If the country law is okay, if the country leadership is okay, then those ones has nothing. It's all about the leadership. You probably say, oh, why they, no, because of the economy, because of the people they are electing, criminal, when they elect criminals, they cannot get good things out of it. I was traveling to Qatar one time. I sit in the airport. I said, okay, let me go in and look around. They just let me. The guy is standing close to me. He's a famous guy in Nigeria. He said, okay, let him go. I took my passport under my own to support him. But they told me, no, this one cannot get a visa. I said, why? Why can't you let him in Qatar just to see around? They told me, I said, okay, what if we put like 10,000? They said, no, don't put any money. So unless you shorten this guy with your passport and your life, that you come back. I was so shocked. These are the things that you see because of the diplomacy, because of the people they elect. Look at the president of Nigeria was scheduled to go to America recently to give well, I was hoping, waiting for him to go to that America, but he ran away because he know that his case is still valid. FBI is looking for him. FBI probably used the opportunity after he comes out from that place. FBI will arrest him. He ran. He was so clever. He played clever, right? But the one day it will catch him. This is the problem that you need to see, that it is making things hard for Nigeria. A common Nigerian, it becomes so hard for them because of the leadership they have. Some of the youth, you think that it's their own doing. No. What, like if you're traveling to many countries now, it will take you a long time to get a visa because of the country. Now it's left for you as an individual to begin to prove to another country embassy that I'm a good person, I'm not a bad person, I'm this thing. Because your leaders have done the dirty job on you. How can you present to any country today telling them that you're a good person when your leader is a criminal? When Bola, the current leader, is a drug baron? When his ministers are criminals? When there's no law being followed in the country? How can you get those kind of leaders? How can you convince somebody and tell him that I'm a good person? So them, they have the money to do whatever they do. But you, the least one, you find it hard. A common Nigerian today to travel outside to see another country is a big trouble for you because of these useless leaders that they elect, because of the criminal they elect. Do you know that about 95 Nigerian ministers cannot get a job in the Western world? They cannot. They cannot because they have criminal record. They'll be jailed. They get away with that because Nigeria is corrupt. They get away with all those things because nobody is going to question them. The legal system, they have taken control, they bribe them. The people that need to fight them, the Igbo, they are doing everything to suppress them. So if Igbo man come up and say, I want to be president, they will bribe everybody in order to turn against the Igbos. Now you say you want to celebrate. What are you celebrating? Is that corruption? I know, man, the world is going somehow now that, people are struggling to make living. We need people to begin to stand up to for the vulnerable people. Corruption is killing the country. And today, I cry for people. Pregnant women cannot just go to hospital and get their self checked unless you have money. Do you know in Nigeria, if you are sick, doctors are not going to attend to you unless you have money. If you go to the government hospital, there's nothing like much specialists. One doctor will be attending to like 20, 30 people, or because other doctors have run to other countries. They are going to America, Europe, where they can pay them bigger money. Because corruption has eaten the country. There is no good medical equipment to attend to people that are not feeling well, unless you go to private hospital. And remember, private hospital is not cheap. It's for the rich people. So if you don't have money, forget it. You just die in Nigeria. I think people all know that. People know that if you elect somebody from Biafra, Nigeria will change. There will be a big change. But we don't think that no. Even Igbos, they make sure they say no matter what you do, Igbo people will eat. It's other tribe too. Other tribe continue to elect those ones they know that they will kill. Tomorrow they will come online and start crying. Oh, this and that. They will be asking. Who are they asking? They're asking the Igbos to give them. So if Nigeria is too big for this, why can't they divide? That's my own thing. If they can't call referendum and make the country say, hey, listen, this is our turn. If it comes to our turn, you guys, it's our turn to rule. If it's your turn to rule. If not, let them divide. And those that conduce corruption, those that want to live in those Islamic territory, those that want to live with, seeing people dying every day, getting killed for any religious reason, they can enjoy their living there. Nigeria independence should not be celebrated. That's my own thing today. If you are around the world, my friends, if you are a lover of freedom, you should all stand up and say no independence celebration. No October 1st celebration. So October 1st is normally Nigeria Independent Day. So Say to yourself, there's no celebration, and I'm not going to attend to you if you're my friend celebrating that. If you're my friend celebrating that, I'm going to literally tell you, don't tag me and don't, I don't want to see this. Or if you want to comment, you comment and say, what are you celebrating? Are you celebrating those that have died? Are you celebrating those that are getting killed? Are you celebrating that those that cannot afford to go to hospital? What are you celebrating? Are you celebrating the kidney people? A lot of people are suffering from kidney infection. So anytime you come online, you see people asking for money. They don't do it much on TikTok. They do it much on Facebook. You go and say, you support us. Support us. But the government have not created time and say, okay, let me find out what is doing this to my people. The government always go to France for medical checkup. The minister, they go to Arabian world, Lebanon for medical checkup. So what do you think about the vulnerable woman selling, hawking pure water? Pure water is water on the street. What do you think about vulnerable woman selling oranges? Can they pay for the visa or flight ticket to Lebanon or to UK? Do you know how much it would cost a common Nigerian just to get a visiting visa? If you have somebody who is in long distance relationship, ask the person, have you ever tried to make a visa for your Nigerian partner to come to you? It's like, to make that visa is like going to heaven. You'll be saying, oh, I know this, my partner is a good guy. Why this? It's because of their leader. It's because of the corrupt criminal leader they are letting. That's it. Everything in Nigeria is about, bribe. Even the police stop you today is bribe. In Nigeria, in the airport, to see, I was coming back from Nigeria, right? I'll tell you one funny story. I was coming back from Nigeria. Early in the morning, I was queuing the line of foreigners boarding out. I was about to board out. Queue, a lot of, maybe let me just say about 65% of people in my back are foreigners. The main officer asked me, because he saw me with clean Nigerian notes, he asked me to give those money to him. I asked him, are you crazy? Why would I give you the money? He said, I should bless him as my boy. I said, no, you're not my boy. You are officer. You're probably earning bigger money than me. Why should I give you this money? He said, no, I should give it to him. Then he started dragging. I said, no. I said, put my money back in my bag. It's not your money. He said, did I know that you can detain me? I said, detain me for what? I said, well, the people behind me should bear me witness that there's nothing like contraband in my bag. So if you say you are detaining me because of my money here, no, you cannot do that. We start arguing on my own money. Then I told him, I said, is that not camera, CCTV camera on top of these places? Can't he capture you if I'm giving you money in the airport? And you collect that, is that not an exhibit? Wouldn't they? He said, I should forget about the camera. I should give him whatever I want to give him. Could you imagine? You cannot do that in places like America, Australia, and, Japan, even UK that are collecting these people. You can't do those things. Police can't openly collecting bribe and say, forget about the camera. Even people behind me watching, they say, even people can be recording there. They don't care. They say, forget about, they want to collect bribe openly. Could you imagine? To tell you how corrupt that country is, because they elected corrupt leaders, because they are electing criminals. They know that if you take them to the minister, if you take them to court, they will dismiss me. Nobody is going to even say anything. Nobody. So Nigeria independent is nothing. It's 65 years of grooming criminals. It's 65 years of criminal cabals holding themselves together. It's 65 years of abusing the law. Any justice, anybody say justice in Nigeria, know that one, the person did not have anybody. It come from a poor family. Two, the person did not have anybody in the authority. If you have somebody in authority, that's it. You are not going to praise it, though. Could you imagine that? Is that a country? Let's say in a Western world, a lot of Western world, a poor person, a poor man will go to court and win it. In fact, the rich avoids to do anything with the poor. The rich avoid to do anything with the poor. But in the case of Nigeria, it's the poor that win. That's why some of our men, when they come out abroad, actually, some of the, they begin to fight with the law of a foreign country because they are not used to it. They are not used to that. They used to police taking side of the rich. When they come to foreign country, they find out, oh my God, so justice can apply. They shock. In Nigeria, If you don't have money, forget it. If you have money, if they go to police station, if somebody you commit crime, you go to police station, police are asking you to pay for money for them to write a statement. In Nigeria, you go to call police. You know how you reach police here? You call police. Police will ask you to give them money to fuel their car in order to go and do their job. This is police. Police will stop you in the road and ask you for handouts. You see police collecting money. You ask yourself, is there a country? That country cannot be functioning, guys. If you think about a country like that, man, I've traveled so many countries. I've seen a lot of corrupt countries, but not in that level. Not in that level. Everything in Nigeria, they will ask you, give us this, give us that, give us this. Then you see common Nigerians, you sympathize with them. The ones that have human heart, the ones that are okay, they're always the victim of all this, their leader problem. Do you know that some African countries that are not in, you just see them, they have free visa to China. They have free visa to a lot of Asian countries, Singapore. But Nigeria doesn't have free visa to those things because of the corrupt leader they have. And people are not doing anything about it. We Igbo say that if we have Biafra, Biafra will be one of the best countries on earth because we are going to guide it jealously. Any criminal, we are going to deal with that criminal seriously. We are not going to condone the same criminality Nigeria have. Nigeria is, they look at the foundation of Nigeria. The foundation of Nigeria is built on business. Nigeria is a country bought about 500 pounds or 500,000 pounds in 18 something. So that is why I say, man, don't celebrate Nigeria independence. If you're celebrating independence, you're celebrating corruption. Nigerians should let Biafra go. Biafrans don't need Nigeria. Nigeria need Biafra. And if with this attitude, they can never get Biafra because Biafra will not condone corruption. Biafra will not condone corruption. And the Nigerians know that without Biafra, Nigerian economy is crumble. But you can't subtend this. You can't subtend this. Now, you know what? Biafrans are going through schools now, before they try to oppress the Biafrans by education. If you watch now, Biafrans are connecting, getting online, buying things. The world is changing. There will come a time in the world that you don't need to go and carry it on. It's all about drone and all those things. Look at what Israel is doing in Palestine. It's drone. They send their drones. The drones come. There's nobody there. So the world is advancing. And if Biafrans can build all those things during the war without any foreign aid, now they will go far. So Nigeria need to change their attitude. Even though they elect somebody who has IQ, the corrupt one will not come up. If you come up and an Igbo man, everybody will be scared and say, oh, you want to divide the country, you want Igbos to run. But when you go to other tribes, I cannot say what is going on with other tribes. Sometimes you go to other tribes where they are talking, you hear Igbo that, Igbo this, Igbo that, Igbo that. I say, bros, listen, guys, stop giving yourself headache. You guys should go on the street and protest and say Igbo should leave their area. They should divide the country so that you guys can protect this country. Then leave Igbos, let them protect their own countries. But they say no. They still continue to follow Igbos. I don't see what somebody would take to divide to celebrate independence. I look around, I didn't see anything. This current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who happened to be a criminal, he even said when he goes in, he said, if I go in my first 2 years, if I didn't put electricity in the country, don't vote for me, stone me. For going to almost 3 years now, they have not been electricity in the country. So should they stone him? They will not do that because it's corruption. Corruption gives way to corruption. We have seen a lot of good countries. When I go to good countries, sometimes I cry. When I go to good countries, I cry. Because I find that even when there is crime, I'm not saying there's no crime. Even when there is crime, it's limited. Even when there is bribe, it's limited. The ministers don't spend. I have not heard that Australian Prime Minister went to UK for medical checkup. For what? I have not heard that UK Prime Minister come for Australia for medical checkup. For what? I've not heard that American Prime Minister came to Australia for medical checkup, or any minister come to Nigeria for medical checkup. I haven't heard that. But I heard our own people, they go for medical checkup. Then why are you a leader? So a common woman cannot afford those. Those women selling their things on the street cannot afford to go to Europe. So you want them to die. You deserve to live and they deserve to die. They say lead by example. If you're a leader, you should go there and that hospital they use, that's what you have to use too. If you think it's not good, you fix it so that everybody can use it. So if things like that work, if Nigeria have good road, have security, have light, then you celebrate it. You say, oh, we are 60 years, we have come a long way. But in this case, you are celebrating something that's like killing you. So no Oktoberfest celebration, please. Nobody should celebrate that. Mostly if you're in Biafran territory. Don't put yourself in that shoe that you want to celebrate something like that. That's my own take today. So if you're watching me tonight, guys, please let's be our keeper. If you're a lover of freedom, if you're somebody who loves liberation, if you're somebody who wants people to be free, if you're somebody who admire good things, if you're somebody who have integrity, you will say no election to. You say there's nothing good to celebrate when the vulnerable people are crying. You say nothing good to celebrate when the country cannot, help its citizens. You say nothing good to celebrate when there's unemployment in the country, when companies are leaving. So why are you celebrating? Nigeria does not deserve to be celebrated. There's nothing like Nigeria independent. Even now, before, is some foreigners putting their flag, Nigerian this, Nigerian that. There's nothing good about Nigeria. Even Nigerian players, the hard luck is following them. A lot of innocent blood are getting sacrificed each day for the sake of voting criminals. A lot of good people are getting massacred every day for the sake of criminals leading the country. And nobody's talking about that. Everybody keep notes because it becomes normal. It becomes normal that human beings can die at any time. It becomes normal that some people, they will see you, they will just go and kidnap you for ransom. If you didn't get that ransom, they will get killed. That's not a way a country should function. It's unfair to see that kind of a thing. I always say that the best thing to do in that country is referendum. They should go on round table and decide whether if they want to stay together, they give themselves time. Everybody know their boundary. Everybody know what to maintain and what to expect. You can't continue to, try to fight this war, this ethnic war. You can't. It is totally unacceptable. Nigeria is a fraud country. Fraud. When you read the history of Nigeria, I told myself, what is the meaning of Nigeria? I don't even know the meaning of Nigeria. When you look at Nigerian money, say the things that are written in Nigerian money, we cannot even tell. If you ask me today, you that listen to me, if I ask you to read me Nigerian national anthem, I don't even know which one. I don't even know the Nigerian national anthem at all. I don't know which one they are singing. I don't know. I'm confused which national anthem they are singing, say. So to tell you the fact, I only be in Nigeria because I have to go through there. But there's nothing in spirit, there's nothing like Nigeria again. Many people are like that. They just answer Nigeria just for Nigeria's sake. Look at it, even Nigerian national team football is down, it's going down. The government sector is going down. The security personnel, Nigerian security is now turned to board guards. They only guard rich men. Can you imagine if rich man will be going, they have like 20 or 30 policemen carrying guns as if they are fighting war. So I'm comfortable. I have my friend one time that come from, I think, America. He went there to Nigeria. He said he feel uncomfortable. Everywhere he's going, people are carrying guns following him. Say, what is going on? As if it's in a war zone. Because they say they will kidnap you. The government is failing. That fell. But the truth is that the world will one day see the rise of Biafra. Whether you believe it or not, there will be a day people will come and celebrate that the sun have rise. Do you see? Could you imagine that sun? Think about it. I have to check. Let me flick this thing. Let's talk about it. Think about the flag of Biafra. You see the flag of Biafra? I'll put this here, guys. I'll put this. So do you see the flag of Biafra? That flag means a lot. That flag, signifies a lot. The day Biafra will have their independence, Biafra will be singing. If Biafrans are singing, they'll be so emotional. They'll be crying. I see some countries, they sing their national anthem. They are crying. The day Biafrans will sing their national anthem, they will be crying. The day Biafrans will sing their national anthem, they will cry. Because it's so spiritual, it's so emotional. So wherever you are today, I keep saying this, there will be no independent in Nigeria. There will be no independent day. And you that listen to me, see that. Guys, this flag, this color is so significant. You see the red, you see the sun, see the green. It's so significant. If you have got your time, go and Google about Biafra. Watch the video and see it. So since today, they are still struggling for that independence. And I hope one day it will come to pass. I just thank you. I will come out tomorrow again. And tomorrow, when I come out tomorrow, we'll all sit down and discuss this thing again. We look at that Nigerian history. We look at Shona. We look at Logan. Look at George. People that play part in Nigerian independence. People that play parts in colonial. We look at pedophile that play part also in those colonial era. We all keep quiet and watch these people oppress the poor, oppress the poor in order to gain their safe. If you're watching me on YouTube, guys, thank you very much for joining me on YouTube. You guys that join me on YouTube, thank you very much. I know, guys, you guys that join me on Instagram, thank you. And those that join me on TikTok, thank you, guys. Tomorrow again, I will come out and elaborate more. And I hope that many people will be able to know that there's nothing to celebrate about Nigeria, that Nigeria is a fair nation. You know that the independent they are celebrating is independent of criminals. To know that these people, thank you very much for the gift, thank you. To know that these people cannot face a common road. In Nigeria, you cannot find a train connecting to each other. No. Common train, they cannot fix those things. But look at the account. They have stole public money. Go to Europe, go to France, go to UK, and the poor ones are suffering. They are comfortable with that. They are comfortable seeing the poor ones suffer than fixing the country. Most of these leaders, they cannot sleep in their place because maybe their security, they are scared the security will be overpowered. They have to run to Abuja. But one day, that fight will come to them in Abuja. They will not see a place to run. They are just running for their own head, forgetting that they will have children. Nigerian politicians, they always build for themselves. They forgot the generation. They never think about generation. While in a Western world, Western people build for generation. They build for generation. Make sure that their children will have something to look forward to. But the African leaders want to eat everything now. They don't care about the generation. That's why they load all this money and keep it outside. Do you know that just one of the president that died, his name is called General Sani Abacha. If they told you how much this guy left in Swiss bank, in other countries' bank, that we can't find out today, they're no longer here. Nobody comes to ask of them. Do you know how many Nigerian ministers have died and their property is left in Europe? Nobody claims it. Do you know how many of them? How many of them stole money? They hide it and buy property in the name of their brother or sister or girlfriend outside the country. When they die, those people will just count the money. That's it. This is the seed of corruption. Very bad. It's killing the country. Very bad. That's why, there's this guy called Simon Eba, mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They say that the country they will build, the Biafra country, will not be the same with Nigeria. That Nigeria is a cause. And Nigeria will not be progressive unless they come one day and lay down and ask Biafrans for forgiveness. The source of those 3 to 4 million children they kill will never give them peace. In Nigeria too, and UK, everyone that join hands to do those things. The cry of those babies will continue to cry in their ears, in their generation. Because if you're a Christian, they say that the sin of the fathers even visit the forefathers, unless you come out and say no and reject it. If you reject it, then guys, if you're watching me on TikTok, please tap, because this thing just give me a sign. Tap for me, tap the screen if you're watching, please. Tap or share if you can. If you're watching on TikTok. So those blood of those people will never give Nigeria a chance to operate. This is the truth. Because that blood of those people, that blood, anywhere, no matter what you do, don't shed blood of innocent people. Don't shed blood of people, human, don't do that. If you watch what is going on in Nigeria will go and destroy the Biafran states. They destroy some of them that own plot in their areas. Lagos, look at what is happening in Lagos. They are destroying Igbo's property. When they destroy this Igbo property, yeah, they will cry. They will cry for maybe 4 or 3 years. The next time they are growing, you see they will grow like matches. They will grow times 10 on what they did to them. Those people that did those things to them will be under them. In fact, those people will be saying, do you know one of the funny things? Every Nigerian needs to ask themselves, if you're not from that eastern side, maybe that place, Biafran, that this happened. You ask yourself, how did you collect all that belongs to these people? In 1970, you took all their money. You took everything. You only give them 20 pounds then. They seize their houses and property. But after 30 years, you come back and say, you are dominating me. You are winning me. You own every property. You own everything. Nigerians haven't asked themselves, why is this? How does this happen? What kind of miracle is this? Why Nigeria is still where it is today? Because they are seeing those things. They don't want Igbo man to do. They know if Igbo rule, those corruption, those bribing will stop. He will block it. You say, no, we are going to challenge the world. We are going to challenge the best in the world. And the Western nation will not want Igbo man to rule because that will stop Western people from getting away with their corruption. That means the oil price will be set. That means the lithium. If you don't know, lithium is getting, they get lithium from Kwara. That's why you see Kwara. Boko Haram are fighting Kwara people. I would say it's absolutely correct, bro. And it's over 12 million people, bro. Why you see? See? That's Kwara people have lithium. So that area, that is why they are trying, Western people, they will try to make everything possible. See that Igbo man also did not get into position. Because what happened if Igbo man get there, the mentality will change. All those bribes will stop. And if Biafran should get their nation, the same thing will happen. They will see what happened to Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso and Mali now, they are making their money. Remember before, France take all their minerals and gave them $4 million donation every year after taking something that was the billions of dollars a year. They give them 4 million as a donation as if they are helping them. Then these people are saying, oh yeah, you guys are helping us, we are dying, you guys are helping us $4 million. But they took mineral resources that worth billions of dollars from them. Since they stopped France from doing that, do you know what? See France today, France is going down. France leader is going down. France is campaigning and saying all sorts of things that they can. Now they are begging, they are trying to find their way. Through which country again? Nigeria. Through Nigeria to go and destroy this Burkina Faso. So if there's a place like Biafra, that cannot happen. Biafra will not give them access. Biafra will always back Burkina Faso because Burkina Faso, during the war, they actually stand for Biafra. That is why that we all have to be sensitive to this. Corruption is very bad. The leaders we have is very bad. The problem of Nigeria is not one, it's not two. It's problem that you sit down and begin to think. And none of them want to do that because they all benefiting, mostly the people that are benefiting from corruption. If you wake up every morning, pray that you should not be corrupt. You know, some of the ministers, now I'm not talking about education. When you look at education, you will see some Nigerians that tell you they are graduates. You ask them to define what graduate is all about. They cannot define it because they did not study. They bought the certificate. Yeah, simple. You see one of the ministers that are campaigning, she says she's PhD holder. They say, what do you study, madam? How do you get those things? Same story. Corruption is very bad. and they have killed the country. So even they tell the common Nigeria, say, hey, support the independence so that let them go on referendum. Because you know what? If there's no healthy competition in anything, you will not survive. If you have, okay, see Singapore today, it's in Malaysia, it's in Thailand, there's a healthy competition. Once there's no competition in anything, then people perish. If Biafra should get their independence today, maybe Yoruba get their independence, Hausa get their independence, there will be a competition among these people because they are ones together a nation, right? But they will be doing competition to protect themselves. They will say, Biafra, show us why you guys left. The Biafra will tell them we're better than you. The competition will stand. But because of the way things are going, it's not. I wish that, one day that country will realize the truth. I hope it's not too late. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. And I think that, I've given you guys a lot of lesson today. And I hope all my friends, wherever you are, those on YouTube, thank you very much for joining me on YouTube. And thank you very much for those on Instagram that join me in Instagram. And thank you for those in TikTok that join me in TikTok. And guys, thank you for those that share too. Thank you for the gift and everything. I will come out tomorrow because tomorrow is October 1st. I will explore more tomorrow. I will try to explore more tomorrow. And I hope that if you are my friend, you have not said happy independence. There's nothing like independence in Nigeria. It's all about corruption. If somebody sees somebody put happy independence to you, tell him, what are you celebrating? Are you celebrating corruption? Are you celebrating people that are getting massacred by Boko Haram and the Fulani herdsmen? Are you celebrating kidnappers that are, turning into business these days? Are you celebrating a corrupt leader that cannot even travel to Australia, America, and Canada? Are you celebrating them? What are you celebrating? Are you celebrating that there's no good road? Go to Australia, you see how people are fixing road. You are in Europe, you see how people are fixing their road. There's nothing. This is nothing. I went to Nigeria one time, I was almost sick because of the fuel I keep perceiving. Everybody's on in their gym. Lister everywhere. Pollution everywhere. Do you know this emission? The climate change should start in Nigeria. That's what, they are polluting the air. When you go to Nigeria, you cannot breathe good air. Go look around. There's this fish they call point and kill. None of the Nigerians, what do you call it? None of the Nigerians and nutritionists have gone to check the food they are giving to these fish. Is it part of what is causing the kidney failures? The drink, the beers they are drinking, people do a lot of things in their home and sell it. None of them, because the country is not functioning. Anything you give money, they just take it for their own family. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. There's no country that functions that way. If you're a Christian, you say that righteousness exalts a nation, while a sin is a reproach. China understands this for a long time, that China, once you commit little crime in this way, China is going to execute you. That's what they do. In Australia, just that a minister, I remember one time a minister in Australia just took 7,000 to fly private jets. They say it's a corrupt minister, that he has to resign. This minister has to resign. I'll just laugh and say, in Nigeria, this can never happen in Nigeria. So minister can just resign because of this kind of money. No way. He will even lock you. You say resign that day, you go and lock you. And people will come out, some vulnerable people that have been psych. What did I say? They are cyclosis or whatever they call it. So they will come out and carry people card. Oh, this is our leader. But those people that are carrying those in protesting, they don't have money to eat. They don't have food to eat. Maybe they give them 10,000 that day just to eat that day. After that day, they're hungry, have gone. Tomorrow they start crying hungry again. But they came out to back criminal. Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot win election without talks. Those talks, they will be the one that we could cry tomorrow, seeing you on the street, begging you for money. But they gave them 3,000 today, give them rice. They will go and campaign and allow Tinubu to steal about 20 to 30 million that belongs to them. Steal their generation out. That's how they fool these people. But when we have Biafra, we say every Biafran child will be educated. That's why in Australia, education is compulsory. If you're a child, you have to go to school. Even though you have disabled, maybe you have cognitive problem, they will send you to school. They will send you to school that take care of those things. At least you can read and write. You can be able to articulate. But in Nigeria, we have a lot of illiteracy because a lot of people, their family cannot afford, or some of the government school cannot teach properly. Private school is expensive for you. So this is why the governors, the president, they continue to get away with corruption. Where they can give you a little money, they'll ask you to go and do damage. You forgot that this little money will cause you suffering for 10 to 20 years. You go and do their dirty job. And mind you, these guys, they will have their children in overseas watching them, hoping their daddy will win. Somebody will do dirty job for their dad. So, no happy Independence Day. No, don't take it. Don't say there's no happy Independence Day. Celebrate it. Let's say that we celebrate corruption. You celebrate oppression. So I'm saying this, that everybody should learn that there's no happy independence. Happy independence is a fraud. You're celebrating the current president of Nigeria that cannot even travel to America. Is that not a shame? A country that controls almost 200 million people and they are electing criminals. It's a shame. And those criminals, they are proud to do that. They are proud because they have strong cover. So thank you guys very much. And I think I've overstayed my hour. I said I'll be able to come down here for 1 hour and discuss this. And I'm so grateful. And thank you for everyone that joined me anyway. Whether on YouTube, YouTube, you guys are real. TikTok, okay. I'll be down here tomorrow. Like I said, I keep saying that. And if you want to join me tonight, if you have something to say, you come. So tomorrow is the Independent Day, so I'll be done. So thank you very much. If you want to still continue to watch, you can check on me on YouTube, Obe YouTube. You can see me. I'll stay a couple of minutes in YouTube before I go. All the best, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to sign out on TikTok. So thank you, guys. Let me focus on YouTube now, guys. Thank you very much for joining me here. And I think thanks. I think today's program have shown that corruption is a killer. You have seen me say this again, that it's not good for you to elect a corrupt leader. What happened to corrupt leader is that your state, your country will always stay behind. People will not take your country serious. Your country will continue to suffer economically because you elected corrupt leader. Corrupt leader will not be able to sit comfortably where leaders are diplomatically dialoguing. Tinubu cannot articulate. Tinubu cannot be able to stand and argue Nigerian problem. Tinubu is a criminal. He can't. Look at him running around from avoiding to go to America because he does not have he have a criminal record. Even when and you know what, Trump will not assure him the way America is going. Trump will not assure him to come in. I'm going to give you this presidential protection. No, Trump will say, "What the immunity you have, if it did not cover everything, then it's all to you." That's what Trump will say. I want to say thank you very much for guys joining me tomorrow again. Join me tomorrow. I'll be able to go live again tomorrow. So also don't forget to join me on my Facebook as we look out through what is happening around Australia to Georgia, around the world. So just say thank you for joining me, and I'll stay blessed and see you next